Well, that was hectic, to be honest. Because there were plenty of changes. Thanks to Belgian Grand Prix, which actually never happened, and George Russell stood on the podium. But after all this hectic stuff, we have decided that we will be racing anyways an ERO F1 race. PC1 was impossible to do so because otherwise it would be at least 2 hours of delay and that would be very bad. But we are racing in F1 at least because the delay is just 10 minutes. And to be honest, I don't have to tell you what happened during the Belgian Grand Prix because it was a thing. Like, we're supposed to start the race in 15 local time at Spa-Francorchamps, talking obviously about the real F1. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen because of too much rain, and the delay was over 2 hours. And then we've got the race starting. Well, not even mentioning what happened before, because there were 2 laps or something before the race was red flagged for the first time, and then for the second time we've got the race red flag after like 3 laps after the safety car. To be honest, otherwise there would be no ERO F1 race today if there was no red flag that day. Everyone is most likely preparing their setups, or there's somebody going out of the garage, and it's Drake Dempsey, the first one to go out on the Suzuka International Circuit, where, well, I don't know what about the weather is, but most likely nobody has told a thing, so it has to be dry. Anyways, yeah, after all of that, we're racing in ERO F1 division. That was big thing today, but we made it racing, even though, well, it's the end of the holiday, so we've got only 13 runners. But to be honest, I believe it will be the last one this season. Let me just open voice mode and ping people on Discord because we need to get the stream ready. I actually started, as you can see, 2 minutes before the race has started. So, yeah. Heck of a race in Belgium. Bert Melander should be the winner of that one, as we've got a couple of drivers already on the outlaps, and to be honest, this is the only race with that low attention, I hope at least. You know what is happening, and especially that Belgian Grand Prix, otherwise we would have more drivers. For example, there is one ERO F1 driver that was watching that race from the stands, but I'm not telling which one. Yep, that's already the ping. As we are racing, and I'm just doing checks to the quality of the stream. It's everything going alright. We've got Drake Dempsey finishing Sector 1, as he's going for the time of 31.7. The man who was a pole position for Bahrain Grand Prix is now, and also finished 4th. He's the first one to complete a lap, as he was the first one to get out on the track. There's no unreported absences today, and I don't know who that buzzer is, but there's a race stream for him. So apparently, yep, that was huge of an event. Yellow flags in Sector 1, that's Sector 2. Japan, to be honest, is the track where it's most likely for drivers to spin, because you can do it on every single corner. This is how slippery these curbs are, because even on the dry conditions. As Passesen crosses the line to get to 127.7, the next one is the Aston Martin, but it's Maxime Rodriguez starting his hot lap, so we're switching to one of the Alpines, I think. And that's Aurélien Lepenroux going to finish his lap time, as he's going to be slower than Drake the lap time of 1:27.9. That's a Red Bull going. There's also both Ferraris on the track. Paulo Hausmann crossed the line with 1:28.1. But I think we're mostly grateful that we're actually racing. And yeah, my voice stopped updating. Yep. Come on, this weekend in general is so hectic. We had to delay PT2 by 40 minutes. And that was already huge. But this one we didn't expect. Who's next to cross the line? It's not Scott Paris, because already finished with 128.7. As Kieran Prunell did, new Yarrow F1 reserve for the season. Racing here as well. As he's crossing the line with 129.5. You can see how unprepared people are for this race. Because of what happened in the Belgian Grand Prix. And he's spinning as well. Marco Botta is joining, so we will get 14 on the grid today. So we've got Kieran Prunell spinning. Iver is starting his hot lap. What about Julian Berenson? He's coming to the pits. The new driver as well is post-mounted, aka Quentin Gargot, who's racing in Alpha Tauri this season. As a full-time driver, he wasn't able to participate in the first race. Now he's racing with 127.8. Also, except Kieran Prunell and Quentin Gargot, there is another driver who has been switched from F2, and it's well-known Brett, aka Kane Hodgson, who is racing in F1 today, and he will be racing at least as a reserve at this point. As he's going slowly, as this is his hot lap. There is also Toby Grimaldi going for a hot lap as well. So to say, but McLaren driver was on out lap. Botta Marco has joined a lobby, and he is racing in McLaren as a full-time driver. We're facing with Ferrari driver into sector 3 with 1:11.0. To be honest, I don't know what kind of time it will be at the line, but I don't think it will be pole position. 23, 24, 25, it's 26 already, and he does go second with 1:27.6. There's 3 more drivers on the out laps. It looks like Scott Harris is not making hot lap. What about Gargo? He isn't as well. And it looks like Toby Grimaldi is not racing here, not making anything else as well. In terms of lap, of course. Well, Paulo says full wet red flag on the chat F1 division, so these things can even get more complicated today. Yellow back to sector 2 and sector 3, but I think it's Williams going slowly. There's little difference in the colors of Alpine and Williams, and I think it's too little. So, following the standings of previous race, because we've got some people on their in laps, or their hot laps or out laps. For example, Kane Hodgson is already there making a lap. About the previous race, as said, it was Drake Dempsey starting on pole. Pretty hectic one, because we've got 18 runners and 11 finishers. I hope there will be 14 runners and 14 finishes. Also, I'll be supposed to invite a co-commentator of Luke Jobson, who is right here waiting for once, so yeah, I'll be going for it on the stream, because why not? And it didn't type me anything. Yep, we're going here. Man, you can see how hectic it is. And the fact that Gen Jeffis isn't fast doesn't help. Like, you can see it's an old gen. As we've got Joshua Evans finishing his lap time as he's in sector 3. Lap 1, sector 1, yellow flags. It might be Mark Botta. No, yeah, it is Mark Botta. As Josh completes a lap to get in with 128.4. Continuing, Julian Berensen hasn't even started lap yet. As the race is dry today. It's confirmed. Marco Botta has no front wing, so it was a spin during his hot lap. He has to go back to the pits, and I wonder if he has any floor damage or rear wing damage. For example, yesterday in after race I got yellow rear wing damage, but it wasn't that big of an impact. We're racing in both standard and standard damage and damage rate. If anyone is curious about that. But Botta Marco is coming to the pits and has to change his front wing. Continuing, he's close to finish the lap. It's Jack Jesselno, he's starting a lap. There was already Lepen going for second place with 127.3, and we also missed Drake Dempsey with 127.2. Also, Paulo Hausmann is going with 127.7. Keen Hodgson is heading to the pit. Joshua Evans will probably pit this lap because he has got no fuel as well. Jack Jesselno spun on the S's, and he's got Alpine right behind him, but it's Alexa on the in lap. Same as Goyle. Well, this track is not the greatest also for the esports challenger because of that spin. We're continuing to watch as Drake Dempsey heads into the pits again. And there's most likely nobody to start a lap. Like, seriously. As Torbjörn Grimaldi is not making a lap yet, but I have seen some sort of movement out there. As it's Maxim Rodriguez heading into 7th place. Let's just say the previous race has been won by Guilherme Daronia, the Aston Martin driver, VRT Goyle, last time in Bahrain. Well, just speaking of the last event. Then in the second place we've got Chibuka Chukuma, who is not able to race today. The Frenchman, the Goyle of course, has done great defensive art to protect himself from Trasmike, from Maxro, from everyone else. And this has let him win the race. Also, I think Scott Harris is starting his lap as well. Same as Julian Berensen. In the third place finished Tobias Grimaldi because of the penalties. But honestly, there was also Drake Dempsey going for a move on the last lap, same as Chibuike mentioned before. And he has spun because he went too deep on that corner. Finished 4th at the end of the race, at the checkered flag. Well, I can already see some bit of a conversation between Loki and Brett on the chat. These two mentioned already. Brett is the one replacing Loki in McLaren. So at the moment we are watching Julian Berensen as the ERO Season 5 champion is heading into the Sector 3. What his lap time is like on the Sector 2, it's 1:11.1. Most of the drivers haven't even got a proper warm-up before this race because of the events of Belgian Grand Prix. Yet they're still doing some of an impressive lap times. Considering this circuit is very hard to drive on. As Julian goes 5th with 127.6. And Scott Harris has gone 128.0 for 10. Marco Botta looks like he's going for a lap as well. So we'll be following the Romanian. Just doing checks of the audio quality. Everything should be alright. As Marco Botta, in comparison to Julian, makes it 4/10 slower. And he spins on the 130R. He's gone a bit too much on the inside line. But that was a perfectly executed pirouette of 360 degrees. He's back on track without any damage. Well, that was a bit of a save. He's most likely come to the pit, and with how many minutes to go, we don't know because we've got yellow flag. He's already starting his lap as well. 1:48, so there would be no time for him to stop. He's starting again, but I wonder what his tires are going to say about that, because they must be overheated after this 360, which was perfect. We've got a couple of spins today, but we haven't got any retirements in this qualifying. Marco Botta has committed a 140, so that's a very slow overlap. He's a bit slower into sector 1. Nobody else is on the hot lap except Le Pen, but he's behind. Also, Quentin Gargaud is behind. Not, but something that it's not noteworthy. Well, Tom, you would be F1 if we were P5, to be honest. With a very high chance. Now Botta is slightly faster comparing to his previous lap time. Will he spin again? Not this time. He's actually taking the good line, but he's having barely any ERS. What will be the time on the line? That's the thing we would like to know. It's going to be 1:28 most likely. No, it's 1:27.9. 0.005 of a second behind his teammate, Keen Hodgson, making him go P10. The last soft runner on the that will definitely have. There's also Quentin Gargaud spinning, and I think this is not the way you go to the pits, or there's some kind of crossword. Yep, there's a way to the pits, and he's going for that one. Interesting. As we're finishing the qualifying, already Le Pen makes the fastest lap. There's Drake Dempsey still 1/10 behind. Also, Guillermo Daronia is on the way. He's on the sector 3. Let's see what this lap time is going to be at the moment. It's 1:10.6. And he's 2/10 faster compared to his lap. Fabio Grimaldi is third somehow, but he most likely looks like to be outscored by the Frenchman, who's crossing the line and gets the first place with 1:26.9, which makes him getting the provisional pole, but it's not ended yet, as Axe is not going for a lap, but Drake Dempsey is. Can this driver, the Mercedes one, yes he does, he is ahead of Guil by only 0.006 of a second, but it was yet enough to make provisional pole at the moment. I just wonder which cars are the AI cars and which ones are the real ones. But Funky crosses the line with no lap time at all. What about McLaren's? Marco Botta is heading to the pits, but Brad is pushing at the moment. We're following Paulo Hausmann to the line. There's also Josh Evans on the last chicane. But the Ferrari driver is the one likely to get points today if he doesn't make a mistake, like after the safety car restart in Bahrain Grand Prix. He's going to cross the line, and he will be at least at the top 10, to be honest. But where he will be exactly, he stays 6th with 1:27.719. Max goes to the pits. What about Keen Hodgson? Already impressive performance in this qualifying for going to assist. And he goes through with 1:27.5. What a lap made by McLaren driver. Now I hope he will keep that for the race pace. 0.006 of a second was the difference between Ecos Passacid and VRT Guil. Fabio Grimaldi crosses the line. He is improving, but not enough to get to third place. And I think that's the end of the qualifying session. There's only Kieran Pulner left with 1/10 of an improvement. And he is most likely not even getting 129. Yes, he's missing out by 8,000 of a second. So the top two will go to the pits, and that's it for today's qualifying, and we'll be switching to the race very, very soon. I think I will use this break of the standings to actually get myself some sort of water, because, man, this is exhausting already. Drake Dempsey, the fastest lap of the qualifying session, only 6,000 of a second ahead of Guilherme Daronia. So there's a challenge again. But this turn one is not the one you have a heavy braking on. It's actually the one where you have to go with a mid-speed corner, where you go first at the full throttle and then you suddenly go to the 4th gear. So Drake Dempsey, Guilherme Daronia, Aurélien Lepenroux, Tobias Grimaldi, King Hodgson, Julian Berenson, Paulo Hausmann, Quentin Gargo, Maxim Rodriguez, and Botta Marco is the top 10. Outside of it, we have Scott Harris, Josh Evans, Kieran Pulner, and Jack Jessel. That's a bit of a short grid, but yet it is enough to actually make a race going. So during this loading screen, let me just head out for a minute. Just confirming that I got one, and the lobby looks like to be stuck. How do you remember these names? I actually have relatively good memory, and I was reading them like 50 times per day because of the recruitment standings. By the way, leave a like. Leave a like, please. Or you got a puncture. Just like me in Cinefy. I mean, speaking about all those names, yeah, I have been reading them plenty of times per day, and I'm still doing it. So that's why I can say. So we are starting the formation lap. As we've got the tire choices being shown at the current moment, and that was pretty much predictable. Top 10 on soft, rest on mediums. And to be honest, the fact that we actually, during this formation lap, let's do some little talks. It's called small talks. To be honest, we went from not even hosting race today and postponing to the last race of the season to actually going within like 20 minutes. Because everyone was like, if we'll delay by more than 10 minutes, they are unable to race, and that's understandable, even though the holidays in schools, for example, are finishing on Wednesday, at least in the example of my own country, which is Poland. By the way, starting the last year of high school, so that's not a good thing. But we actually went from not hosting a race to getting organized to start within 10 minutes, and that's impressive from all the drivers. Otherwise, yeah, knowing my personality, it would be around on every single social media, but that's not about it. We're actually hyped because we've got a race, and that's beautiful. So before we start, I can just tell people that we are racing here. Actually, we got to it, and we will be going. as the front row and the next drivers are going to get on the line. Impressive performance of the man who switched from F2 to F1, King Hodgson, going on the 5th place. Already in his, not F1 debut, but F1 debut this season and no assists. Also not a debut because he raced in F2 Italian Grand Prix without assists. Now we're heading to the line, and even though we're only 14, we will be going today. And that's pretty much unexpected. So we have got the first lights going out, and we're underway for the Japanese Grand Prix. There was a little bit of a glitch, but we're racing, and it looks like Kilometer Radio will take the lead from Drake Dempsey into turn 1, and he's done it. He will lead the Japanese Grand Prix. Not yet, baby, because they are still going side by side into turn 2, and they are going as Gu will take the first place. Already first retirement of Tobias Grimaldi, and this, yep, it cost virtual safety car, but it was a piece of a start made by Gu. I just switched to no other data, but that was a retirement. From Tobias Grimaldi, and that's it for today's race for him. So there is at least 1 point for either Williams or Alfa Romeo. As far as yeah, it really was. Both of these teams have the chance to get their first points today, at least I know from Josh and both Alfa Romeo's full-time drivers. But to be honest, so many happened that I forgot all of the standings. We're going anyways for the restart, as the virtual safety car is over. And correction, there is Williams actually got 8 points, as Funky finished 6th last time. As Marco Botta and Rodriguez are both retired from the race. And I don't know what happened there, but as soon as they started it, on the restart, they actually went out. They got 11 runners only, but there has been such an event out there. There will be no safety car as it happened too soon. Meanwhile, King Hodgson will try to take the lead from the 4th place, from Berensen. It didn't work out yet, but it might anytime soon, even though Japan is relatively very hard track to overtake on. I might say, not harder than Monaco, definitely, but definitely harder than like Monza or Spa-Francorchamps or Bahrain or Sakir. As we're going half of the lap 2, as you could see, Luke Jobson has joined the lobby and will probably soon be my co-commentator today. As we've got Josh Evans spinning and losing completely his front wing. So many spins at the start of this Grand Prix. This circuit is unlucky for most of people. Retirements, something we never thought is gonna happen with that little grid. As yeah, there's already something going on the F1 chat. As Luke Jobson, as you could hear by Discord sound, has joined me as a co-commentator.
Hello.
Yep, hello. Bit too late,
Hi.
but you're here.
I've just seen a Assassinate on the board.
Yeah, and to be honest, the man who complained the most about not being able to make a race already made the pole position, and he's going second in this race when DRS is enabled in lap 3.
Yeah, I was watching the live stream. It said 6 milliseconds between the two of them.
Yep, it was 6 milliseconds.
But Google's already shown he's got more pace. He's still only inching away. And I noticed I just noticed retirements before I joined the session. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah, like what happened there, to be honest, I don't know, but there's already an argument between those two who have crashed. Like, nothing we expected on the start, as we've got 11 runners, and the red, right now, only one of the drivers will not make it to the point. Well, what do you think about that one?
Well, it can't be helped, obviously, since we just had to get everyone, as Josh knows, pitted already.
So it's all about one front wing change, and I think, yes, it should, no. Joshua Evans is on mediums for some reason, even though it could be a hard strategy.
Yeah, it's fair, dude. But Assassin's starting to out of DRS range at the moment.
Yep, he's exactly 1 second behind. He should be using some overtake mode.
Ooh, that's on the detection line. I don't know if he's actually made it. Let's see when he comes to the start finish straight.
He's 9 tenths behind, and he hasn't got any DRS.
Ooh, that's gonna be Axe's chance now to start pushing.
Double French podium today? Well, it could be some kind of a redemption for Aurelian because he's got side pod damage after Truss makes big dive bomb into turn 1 in Bahrain.
Okay, so trying to think. At this rate, Google will make it 2 wins out of Google will make it 2 wins out of 2, just like Brett did in F2.
Well, thankfully Brett will not make any victories in F2 anymore. As yep, that's already a 3-second time penalty.
That's a lap 4. Oh god, that's gonna be a long race for Assassin.
Now he has to hope that either Darunia or Lepenru will get a penalty, then we can actually say they're racing or something. Right now, Drake is on 3rd place.
Yeah, but he's got Axa all over his gearbox, because look how close the Axa's been gaining on him.
And he's already 1.5 seconds behind the leader of the race.
Yeah, I think Gooey's just got the race pace, it seems. Well, Assassin's lacking a bit. It's actually going to make a move here. Oh no, he's going to back out last seconds. But is he going to go for DRS now to get past him on the straight?
As we are heading into the main straight and starting lap 5. And looks like Lepenru is not making a move yet. Alpine driver will stay in 3rd place at the moment.
Oh, I've just noticed there's a legendary battle going on for P5.
For P5?
look at the drivers though.
Also, they're battling for P8 as...
Oh, Buggy! Buggy's got past Scotty on turn 1.
Yep, Jack Jesser is now ahead of Scott Harris. Into 8th place he goes. We are following, well, a bit of an unexpected thing.
That's what I'm saying it for.
As Paul Hausman faces Ken Hodgson. And we've got a retirement!
Assassin's out!
What just happened now though? He just called out a full safety car.
Oh, he's done what Danny... Oh my god, he's upside down!
What?
Look at Champ. Oh, he's literally... Do you know where Kvyat binned it when he was in Red Bull? He's exact same place.
He just replicated...
So...
He just replicated the 2015?
Yes! Apart from this time, he won the left side and flipped. So...
I think he touched the cross, and now he's calling out the full safety car, which actually is saving Ivan's race.
So I'm curious if the guys are going to pit. Oh, so Google pits, AXA pits, everyone's pitting. So
and
they go
I
for hard
think they're
the
all
end.
going for hearts and go to the end of the race.
Hey, this is remember he's in F2 last season, isn't it?
Well, it happened on lap 1 in comparison. And
Scotty's going to take the lead though, he's not pitting.
And he's on medium tires, so this is actually working for the Alfa Romeo driver. And his teammate.
Wow. Well, Champ's obviously reserved, so he's not going to care much. But, Google's got for mediums, and AXA, and Houseman. So, that's a bit of a push.
Well, I'll not be surprised if some of them will say that these tires are not going to make it to the line. Or maybe they're hoping for another safety car happening around lap 20.
Well, the mediums can last, but they'll be very, very dead at the end of the race.
Like, cars cannot last if they are run from lap 1, so...
You know this! But I'm curious, because obviously... Julie and Axel, and the guys behind the two Alphas have to get past them if they're going to make the strategy work. Since I've noticed Scotty's underfueled.
He should go on lean fuel mix now.
He's underfueled. Yeah, he's the only one that's underfueled. So we're just waiting for Josh Unknown to catch up, who's only on the front stretch now.
I just wonder what happened to the stream because everyone is just like gone.
Yeah.
Is that a ping?
This is when you realize you're not streaming anymore, imagine.
Well, the stream is going. Yeah, it's fully going. I don't know what is happening now.
The pony was saying, oh, that's that. Oh, no point. Alright, bye.
What about everyone was a Assassin's fan?
It seems like it.
Well, men actually got racing. Even though there was no Belgian Grand Prix. Well, I don't only know why I didn't hear something like Felipe Baby Steak. Ooh. The number of viewers is like switching so much.
So I think maybe one more lap of safety car because Josh should catch the man at this lap. I spoke he's pitted. Is he going to mediums to the end?
Well, he's on hard at this moment.
Yeah, he's got the mediums now, so he's taking a bit of a gamble now, switching the same strategy.
Well, he's now getting out of the garage. Josh pits as well again.
He's got he's on old mediums though. Ooh, that's a bit of a stretch on Josh. Fresh mediums could just make it. Old mediums,
As we have now both Alphamas the lead. Would you expect that? To be honest.
No, I don't expect none of them to pick, but they are probably going to try and make their one-stop work still.
I just wonder what will Kieran do to defend himself from Goyle. Alphamas are nearly going side by side.
Well, obviously, Champ's a bit eager in his first return race.
He'll be most likely racing as a reserve and the remainder of the season.
Woo!
As we are most likely to have a safety car result now.
Let's hope so. Then Scotty will be leading the pack now.
Well, the
Okay,
leader
looks
we
like
didn't
Scott in this
expect is going to restart the race of Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see how he manages that. Because
Oh, he's not
whatever
warming his
reason-
tyres up. Yeah, he's not warming his tyres as much as everyone else.
Yep. We wonder
doing
if he
it
will go
right.
instantly after the chicane, or we will wait for something. As he is now going, not yet, he's going a slow restart. And there is already a collision penalty. As Scott Harris restarts the race, nearly loses, actually loses it.
It's not! Champ's going to be side by side with Goyle.
Well, that's some bit of a restart as Scott Harris has lost it. Into the main straight, Kieran Poulnell takes the lead and keeps it.
And Axel's going to demote Scotty down even further.
So apparently both French drivers and the Season 5 champion are now chasing Kieran Poulnell, who's struggling, but he's on the lead of the race, at least for a couple of corners. He's got that kind of pride. He was very close from winning, and Season 4 Spanish Grand Prix, he lost only 1/10 to Max, but because of the penalties Max had, it was close but not close enough.
I'm watching the Williams.
25 points.
Huge pursuit. And Spunky might move with a hairpin. He's doing a dive on Houseman. Side by side with the hairpin.
Simon Slepen makes a move on Berenson into the hairpin.
And Jack gets the position into P7.
As looks like Adrian takes the move and he takes the first place. There was some sort of a contact. I wonder if there's any damage. Julian Spitz is out of the race. No, he saved that.
He had a
time himself as well.
Oh, that's
with
really
Josh.
bad. Oh no, he is
I'm
at part.
calling
Well,
another safety car. We're having 8 runners. What is this race already?
oh my word! Oh, Guil!
Another
Guil's
penalty.
got no front wing.
Well, he's been surprised by that safety car.
He's smashing the back of Champ, I feel like. So Axel has got an absolute golden opportunity. As they've got another safety car. And now all the guys in Horse are picking for mediums. Wow.
Well, is it something you have expected? 8 runners, even though it's F1.
Look what tyre Scotty's gone on.
Soft? Yep, he's gone on the soft. How is he able to make the 20 laps nearly on those? They are literally wearing by like 5% per lap or even more.
But I'm curious why the Josh are so busy on Julian. What happened to him? Because Julian was half spinning, so I caught him and he hit the wall enough damage to take him out of the race. And then Josh just apparently died or something in the race. Oh, wow, but Google now has 10 seconds of penalties.
He must have served one. He must have served one.
No, oh yeah, he did obviously. So he's got 5 seconds.
Yep, himself and Kieran have both 5-second time penalties.
No, Coutinho, he took his full front wing out and apparently that DNF'd him. Yeah, Julian hit the wall and his front wing was destroyed completely and it took him out. Oh well. Gooey is actually replying while racing. Hello,
well, come on, Goyle. You can still can still fight back in this race.
Well, I can tell he's blaming Champ.
Can we just say we're going to have a race with least finishers in F1's history? We've never got less than like 10 finishers. It was 11 in that legendary Monza race. But I can't think of any race with less drivers finishing it.
Try by the race. Oh, I'm going to be busy with a few ports, I feel like, because apparently Champ brake checked, apparently.
Well, this can be a report. As Scott Harris has probably realized his mistake as he's going on medium tires at the moment.
Yes, so he's going to be on a fresh set for 17 laps.
Well, but still better than drivers on 20 laps.
Yeah, but I've realised Axel and Funky have got a golden opportunity, along with Houseman. I've got a golden opportunity now. So it's obviously... Jack got his first victory in the last race of the season in Brazil, in Ferrari. Axel got his last one at Canada, wasn't it?
Yep, it was Canada.
Yep, and then obviously Houseman, I don't even know
Houseman has got no podium in F1.
Wait, really?
Really? He's got a couple F2s in season 3, but that's it.
But he has to hold Red, he has to hold up Kian, Boss, Guil, and Scotty, all fresh mediums. Well, it's going to be a fun race now for the podium. It's literally anyone's podium at this rate.
And also least finishes in ERO history. If anyone can verify that one, we'll be happy to hear.
Yeah, my league beats you. Can you guess how many finishes I had at Baku?
Wait, there was like 11 in Baku.
No, I meant in my other season, my other league race. Can you guess how many I have left?
Okay.
I had 4 guys left at the end of the race.
This is going to be something like that again, like debut drivers race, where we got 4 drivers spinning on the first lap in Yorush, all retiring. Safety cars in this lap.
And the gaps are quite varied actually. So now it's going to see if anyone's going to actually hit in the rear. Hopefully not.
Considering Guil's pace, to be honest, I think he might fight for the podium as well.
Yeah, just got to see how Champ's restart's going to be. Can he be better than Scotty? He obviously nearly killed himself out of the race.
As we have on the lead, Kieran Pulnell is restarting alongside us already in lap and roof.
Oh,
But we're going!
Jack's got a penalty as well now.
That's another huge incident, but we're racing again!
Oh, freeway battle people.
As we've got nearly a free ride into 4th place. Ken Hudson gets contact with Gargo and he'll be overtaken by Gulbitson, not yet. But he is now dropped into 6th place into the S's.
And he had to block a move of Guwil, who's going for the outside. He just had to put his car in a place where he couldn't get past. But Guwil's already caught up to this group quickly. So it's going to be a very tight fight for the podium here.
So apparently we've got all the drivers with maybe like 3 seconds as there is Lepeno making a move on Purnal and he's making it, though yet they're going with Twill on the full throttle down towards this straight corner, to be honest.
Kieran keeps position, he's absolutely going to make a move. No, blocked off.
Well, that was a bit of a block, but we've got also a great perspective on that one.
Chat one a bit oversteer there in the corner. He's going to be under the front now on 130R.
Well, he most likely gets overtaken right the outside, but the Frenchman or not, he's staying behind the leader of the race.
He's going to make a man in the hairpin. Yes, he's going for it.
Will he take the 1st place right now?
Oh, he's backed out last second. Oh, no. Oh, did he get damage from that?
I saw some debris, to be honest, but just is making a move as well. There is going to be a free wide.
But look behind, he got a freeway battle going behind us. Bread's going to look at the outside of most wanted and just can't do it.
So they're staying at the same order.
But literally, there's so many places the car's going to change there.
We're actually getting the Hungarian Grand Prix. And Jack just spins, he's ghosting, thankfully.
Ooh, I wonder if he's got any damage there.
Maybe a minor thing, but nothing major.
Yeah, so he's going to thankfully keep going, but he's unfortunately lost a great opportunity today. So now, look at Axel, he's all over Champ now, he's going to the outside of the hairpin.
Well, he's trying everything to get into 1st place. He's still in the 1st place, but he isn't on the actual lead yet, and he cannot pull away from everyone.
Yeah, Orient is really good. And Houseman is actually doing quite well. He's catching up to these two ahead of him. So Houseman could join the battle right now. Now I'm curious.
He is gaining. He's only 2/10 behind. That's very close.
But you got obviously your most wanted and Bread catching up. So this is going to be nearly a 3-way fight.
Well,
as DRS, it's going to be enabled this lap.
Okay, this is the preset penalty for Quentin Gargo, on aka Boss Wanted, as now DRS is enabled.
Keane's come for it on the inside.
As he nearly made a move.
Oh no, that was dangerous. That nearly.
Like literally, would you expect Kieran Pulner, the leader of the race, called it the last minute? With no practice, leading the race on lap 13.
Yeah, Quilliton didn't realise how alongside Keane was and nearly took him out of the race. But thankfully he called it and he's going to get back to him hopefully.
And there is an overtake going into the quick chicane. That's a preset penalty. They kept it side by side and they're still going for it.
Oh my god!
And Kieran Pulner most likely now loses the lead of the race. Yes, that's right. But hell of a battle that was.
As Guwil's got past Keane and Scott as well. But they're side by side, Scotty and Keane. Who's got it back?
He smells likely to make a move again.
Oh, Scotty pushes him wide.
Into Spoon. And now we're going to 130 yards. Kieran will get DRS, so he might fight back.
No, he's got no ERS. He's just burned it a lot to keep up.
Well, he's nearly to win with him on the gearbox. As he's going for a move, he nearly takes Max out, but he's still going. Both are still going.
This is going to be great reviews. And Axel is just pulling away now.
Yep, even though Kieran has DRS, but he's not having enough ERS. he will most likely stay second at the moment. And it looks
Okay,
like
yeah.
Paulo Hausmann will get second place out there if he can keep both Frenchmen behind him.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he's a Frenchman. You might have spoken soon. He's literally all over him in the S's.
So,
Oh!
what just happened there?
Most Wanted nearly lost it, and he's lost position to Guril now. He hit the curb on the inside, and he just literally half spun, but Guril just pounced on the outside. As he's now into P4 now. He's now got Chelsea Howitzer in front of him. Can he catch his compatriot in P1 at the moment? Because look at his EOS compared to everyone else.
Well, Hausmann got 63, Daronja has got 75, behind him there's Most Wanted, Quentin Gargo with 45, but same, and Scott Harris has got 65. Bunky is last, but I think he will catch up very soon, or maybe not, because he's making a Tokyo drift.
Side by side!
As Paulo Hausmann and Kieran Fulner are going side by side into the chicane, and the Alfa Romeo driver keeps second place. How is that possible,
Wow.
even with his 5-second time?
Oh, Hausmann's made a mistake. He was going to over his gearbox here.
And it looks like Daronja will try overtaking him into third place, and it's still second because of Kieran's penalties.
Hausmann's
It looks like
oh my word!
we've got
The
lap
champ
15, and wow,
Yeah.
this
Well,
race
Champ's
is
helping. Yeah, go on, sorry, he's here.
this race is actually crazy at this point. We've got
Yeah,
8 runners. One of them is way back at the
Running
grid.
away. Well, no, look at Axel. He's pulling 2 seconds now.
He's
Champ's
now
put-
chasing his victory. Actually, a redemption for what happened last time in Bahrain.
Oh! Hausmann went a bit wide in Degma 1.
Also, we have to remind about Seasons 5 incident between Axel and Noisy in the SS, where Axel got spun. Noisy got 5-second time penalty out of that and was out of the
Oh.
points. Meanwhile, Jack just gets 3-second time penalty. But look how quickly he's catching the bike. It's already 30.5, he was 14.5. Lap
Yeah,
ago.
you might want to duel in the backstretch. It's all over the real Hausmann now.
I'm literally following him, he's got plenty of yards. Same as
Champ.
Paulo.
Oh, Champ, please. They're going to be side by side at 130R again.
No way.
Oh, no!
Whoa, they are getting both pushed and they're both in the gravel.
Oh.
They recovered.
Oh,
Come on, guys, that was a clearly unsafe release.
well, the Champ's getting over.
But thankfully, at least
Nah, yeah.
Kin is going still.
Well, Brent can get that removed because he got forced off track. But
I
wow,
think that's clearly one of those guys' fault.
it's Kieran. I'm sorry, but it is. He shouldn't be defending that hard as a reserve. But now Guri has got clean air to catch up to his in the AXA, in the Alpine. But can he do it?
Well, he's got 5 seconds of a time penalty. And all of that sudden, look who's on the second place at the moment.
I know. Scotty could get his... And then Brett, obviously, will probably try and get his penalty removed. Could be on for the last podium spot in this race.
Also remember that Gui's penalty might be deemed unfair. Unless he said that at the pit. So currently still, Scott is in the third place. The man who, after the Bahrain Grand Prix, told me that if there is going any driver swap after the round 3 of Chinese Grand Prix, he said he's ready to go down to F2 or even F3. But now, he's going for the podium places, and we're only 11 laps left. Will pulls out, meanwhile, the fastest sector 2. That's a huge over race.
Oh, you jinxed it! He went wide!
No way. That's no way Keir Coxon overtakes him for the 4th place.
Do you know and the freaking right left hairpin, he's made a mistake. He's going to come back and bread side by side. No,
they
he's
are
going to back
going
out.
well, not yet. But look, Hausmann and Kieran, they're both back on the battle. At least Paulo.
Yeah. But how do you think Paulo's going to feel after that?
He still has no penalties.
Yeah, but still, he was on transfer. He literally on transfer a podium, and then nope, bye.
Well, he's gonna be
Hello.
mad at Kieran.
Hello, my name's Kieran. I'm taking. Oh, the fact that they were talking to each other, saying, "Oh, I'm racing, stay on my way." Is what Kieran said. But we'll have to see. So we're on lap 17 now. 10 laps to go. AXA has a 2.3 buffer right now. So he just needs to keep his head down and keep the pace up, and he has the chance to keep ahead of Fuel if this penalty be removed later.
Well,
we'll have to
right
see.
now, as far as I'm following all of this, hectic, crazy carnage.
Yes. But I'm curious how Scotty and Keane are going to be battling. Scotty has the pace here, but Keane obviously is good at defending here. And Google is starting to let his pace out now, it seems.
Yep, he's already 2.3 and he has no penalties, of course, excluding that one he got for collision with Kieran.
Yeah, but I have to see reviews, obviously, to see if it's actually going to be
But
released.
look at him. He has got no wing. I think he was ready to retire.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he had an absolute brilliant restart and just stayed out of everyone's way when chaos ensued. But AXA, I just imagine what his face is going to be like during this. The fact that he'll be leading the Japanese Grand Prix. It literally is like Esteban Ocon. All his main rivals are taken out. He's alright, I'm going to go ahead.
And also he has Aston Martin right behind.
I know!
Unfortunately, there's no Mercedes to catch up.
Yeah, the only thing you've got is a Merc and an AlphaTauri, so have to make do.
Well, there's no Merc running.
Exactly, yeah. As unfortunately, Assassin crashed out. As Brett got a bit of a bad exit. Scotty's going to be side by side in the back stretch.
And he is side by side. Into 4th place he goes. Now he's ahead. Into 130R.
Brett did not fight that. He's going to try and get back in the DRS.
Also remember the danger of named Pablo Hausmann. Ready to make a move. It's already the person who makes the fastest lap. Now it's Guil.
Those two are going to be battling for fastest lap. Scotty is weaving to keep Brett behind. He's just going to have enough of feel unless Brett can make a super move on the outside.
He doesn't. He goes out of the track.
Both hit the curb there.
Though.
Scotty hit the curb on the inside and Brett hit the curb on the outside. So that was very lucky for Scotty that Brett did make the corner there.
And yet he keeps his 4th place, or actually 5th, including Hausmann having no penalties.
Yeah, Hausmann actually could steal the podium if he can get past these two. But he is on the oldest tyres out of this group. Obviously, because Axe is leading with that old tyres, which might start dying off, which is a bit of a worry, actually, I've realised.
Well, 12 laps old, the mediums of both Hausmann and Lepenru, 18 laps old medium. Wait, Chap is yet to pit?
Yes.
No way.
He's going for softs, the fastest lap.
And 8th place at least. And Jack Jessel looks like he's slowly catching the field that is fighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Why didn't you Champ lead the race for more like 2 more laps?
But I'm worried the Axes and Hausmann tyres might blow up. Because obviously you found out the hards were very volatile in the last 2 laps.
Well, don't.
Yeah, I know. That was a very aggressive move by Scotty. But he might lose the position as here he comes, Brett!
As he is making a move down around the inside, and he goes there to 4th place. Yes, he's ahead.
No, he's not side by side still! What? He's just going to get in the S's.
Oh! He has contacted! Brett spins! He has no front wing. But yeah, his tires, and there's a virtual safety car being called out.
Wow.
Come on, Keen. You got the chance for at least 4 points, at least guaranteed, and we have 7 runners.
Scotty, Funky's things glitched out. It's probably said let Brett past. Look at the
damage.
Look at the F1, chap. Yeah, you can tell they're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not getting changed. It's literally a race. Suck it up. So, but this is not going to help Axa this virtual safety car. Because look at the gap now between him and Google.
It's 1 second, and DRS is enabled. And
Oh,
Champ
yeah,
has 3
right.
seconds.
He doesn't care. I don't think Champ cares. Okay, yeah, I think there was contact just by Keane's comments in the F1 chat. Yeah, Martino, have you seen it?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know why he decided to press the retired from session button.
probably out of rage, but because there's not that many runners, it doesn't really matter.
0.7 of a second is the gap between Gul and Axa at this point. And there's Paolo overtaking Scott for the 4th.
No, what? Yeah.
Slow down.
So Houseman needs to chase down Boss if he's going to have a chance now. But his mediums are going to start dying off slowly.
He's not catching at all because he's already 5.7 after the assist.
Yeah, Scotty's got an awful restart. But what? Apparently, Houseman's gone purple in the middle sector.
Apparently, yeah.
He's apparently 6th himself. Which is a bit.
So there's yellow flags in sector 2, and it's Jack.
Oh, Jack's just having
Well,
it.
he's lucky to have points at least.
A very unfortunate race today, unfortunately, Jack.
Because
After having a
at the
chance for
moment,
podium.
if Brett just decided to go for the fastest lap and then go to the pits lap 25 and say, no, I'm not gonna race anymore and I'm retiring from this race, he would still get points, but he's not.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Axel's still got life in these tyres. Because he's just at another fastest lap.
Can he repeat the story of Esteban Ocon and win the Japanese Grand Prix this time? Not the Hungarian, but will be racing in Hungary.
Obviously, next week is China, if I'm not wrong, right? Is it China or Baku next week?
Well,
Senior.
there is China, there is Singapore, and there is, well, there's planned Portimao, but some people have not made it in time, and looks like it will be replaced with back international circuit. There's also rumors about next-gen consoles getting it way earlier than the old ones, like my own PS4 or Xbox One will get it around January. And to be honest, I hate this idea. Like, why not making it available for both? Yet it's still game most likely for old gen.
Because this game is really good.
Yeah.
But you're the Codemasters, so what do you expect?
What do I expect from what?
Codemasters. Oh.
No way, Axel just set the new fastest lap and there is Google making a new one.
Yeah, Google's 2 attempts quicker at this point, so this is going to be interesting in the race to see what's going to happen in these last 4 laps. Since Google's tyre, Axel's tyres are going to start having a lean spell. Since if the gap goes to DRS, Google's got a great opportunity.
Well, how many reports there will be for this Grand Prix?
Or as Google's gone purple in the middle sector, so he's pushing. So he's determined to keep the DRS in range now. I mean, further back, Scotty and Houseman are still battling for P4 at the moment.
Yep, as I'm following this one, I also wonder about one thing. What about the fully French podium? Is it really the first time this would happen at this point?
Well, you've had Axer and Maxor on the podium.
Not the double French podium, but fully French
Oh,
podium.
I know. I think France were nearly had it, but obviously Gulo span out. Obviously, so unfortunately lost in it. Lost in it because Maxor and Axer got on the podium.
Well, that was for a moment.
Yeah, I don't think Yes, just don't remind him. He will actually scream. But Guwheel's gonna have DRS now for the next 3 laps. So this is gonna be if he can get close enough, but he has no ERS. But I can't say Axel's barely got any ERS here too. So this is gonna be a fight to the finish. Now Scotty has a chance to get P4 today. Even though there's not many winners, I'm telling everybody busy in a Stewart report today, so yay. Okay, so
about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Funky hasn't pitted.
Even though about the concerns of postponing, we will not cancel the race result at all. Unless the lobby crashes out, and we'll have to stop on lap 23 at this point. I think it's 75% of the race, but we are not considering the results.
Yeah, so that's good. It means only a few drivers are actually going to get points. So everyone from P8 is going to get points today, it seems. So that'll be fun.
By the way, look at Fun, because he's looks like 20 seconds behind. But even though, considering that, yep, Scotty could have been in fault if that on that accident of red.
Yeah, just let's just keep it. I'm surprised Funky hasn't pitted for new softs yet, as AXA is just trying to keep Guwheel behind him with 3 more laps to go now. I meant 4 laps the last lap. As if it literally is Hungary all over again.
Yep. Can Aurelian keep the esports challenger right behind him until the checkout flag? Because if it happens, then it doesn't matter in terms of both these two guys. In terms of the penalty removed for Guwheel, he will be second. That's it.
Let's just say Guwheel's gone purple again in the middle sector. In the third sector,
and he's behind.
Yeah,
he's got so hard.
In 1 second. In 1 lap, he's got 4 attempts. So Axel's going to have a huge challenge to keep this guy behind him. But he has a slight advantage in the ERS. But Houseman and Scotty are still battling for P4 at the moment. Houseman having no penalty, Scotty obviously having a penalty.
Well, I'm not checking penalties anymore if anyone asks in the chat.
Okay. It would help too.
As the gap between top 2 is now 2 tenths. Guwheel will have a chance to overtake.
But remember, he needs to pull a gap unless that penalty will be removed.
Yep.
Since everyone and he make a movie on the front stretch, he has to go to the outside, side by side, and he's gonna clear him before the corner. His nose in when
that was very close between those two, but officially, Illuminaronia takes the lead, and it's like doing for the second time because this penalty he has got for collision with Kieran is most likely to get removed.
Yeah, I have to see obviously in reports, obviously. I'm gonna have loads of reports.
Yep, he's now half a second ahead. He's getting the fastest sector 1.
Yeah, he is so good in the sector 1. He's nearly 3 up in that sector alone. So it shows how his 30 years being affected him.
Also, following the battle for the top 4, even though Scott has a 3-second penalty and a possible penalty for collision with Red, is he going to make him up on the penultimate lap? No. And look at Axel. Look at Axel. He's only half a second behind. He still probably has something to deal with.
Yeah, but his tires are going to be on the last stint now, so he's going to be struggling. Since that Guwheel's got past him and pulled 4 attempts, is showing something. But they have no ERS between them. They're both burned it all right now. Ooh! Axe, he hit the pit wall.
Same as Guwheel, as Axe gets ERS and DRS, but it isn't enough to take the lead on the last lap of the Japanese Grand Prix. Unless he pulls
Guwheel's got no ERS now. Guwheel's got no ERS.
Same as Axe. As Scott Harris will most likely try to take 4th place for Howard.
Oh, he's done it! He's going to do it! And he blitzes past him. But now he has to pull the gap.
on the last lap of the.
Oh,
Well, you surprised me with that one. He will likely finish 5th still. But
he hit the inside curb and
you
just.
were probably the one out there to know what happened. Is there any contact between them?
No, he hit the curb on the inside and just spun it when he got past him. Thankfully, he goes as the Houseman's going to take P4 in this race, unless something spectacular happens to the guards ahead of him. Like, AXA is 3 tenths behind Guil, and the ERS is the same, so unless Guil makes a mistake, it's going to be. AXA's going to lose out to his French counterpart, and Guil's going to make it 2 in a row.
Well, look, he's pushing, but it cannot be enough. He has no ERS at all at the moment. So the only thing that can happen is Guil losing it on the last chicane.
Dive bomb!
No, nothing like this.
Like
Guil doesn't lose it as he wins the Japanese Grand Prix. At least at the moment, it's Aurelien Lepenroux winning it. But I think that after this penalty removal, the other thing will happen.
Here comes your French podium.
Well, we got it. I think this is the first fully French podium.
Does Houseman do anything? No, he's 3.8 seconds behind at the line.
Well, also, Brett says that Wanted has done something.
Don't say it on stream. Just please, though. I don't want absolute chaos exploding.
As Karen gets a 3-second time penalty on the last lap of the race. Well, that was hectic.
Yes, so. And then, obviously, we've got Chapter next, so that'll be fun.
Such a race it was. Around the Suzuka International Circuit. Like, this conference will be short because the races got delayed anyways. But
thankfully, at least we got a race at least. And no, it's not a full French podium because the guy doesn't have a flag on.
Yep, I see the flag of Cyprus. Should be changed for the next race, unless he's really from Cyprus.
So obviously, your winner right now is AXA. There's Guil and then Boss on the podiums today. Guil will get fastest lap, obviously. So you then have Houseman gets P4. It's his best result in F1, isn't it, Martino?
Houseman has got 4th once or twice.
Yeah, so he repeats what he did some seasons ago. You have Scotty getting P5, so it's good points haul for him. You got Funky P6, Champ P6, and then Bread P8, Josh, Julian, Passassin, Maxo, Macabot, and Javier. But I don't know if those points are going to count since 75% race wasn't done for most of them. So the only car that could be that is Bread, and that's it. But I'll have to see.
Literally, 14 drivers on the grid and 7 finishes. Yeah,
yes,
just move to the conference thing.
So 75% obviously, so not many.
Quentin talking voice chat. Like, to be honest, this race was hectic. So this race was crazy. We have unexpected things happening. But yeah, we're gonna keep it for the later talks, not in the live stream.
Oh god, I'm pretty busy. But why did Bazza join as a spectator?
I don't know. He got told to leave. He didn't.
So does Baz even race?
He has incorrect time trial photo format on his sign up.
Oh, all right. So he's gonna get told. Okay. Is it token 1 or token 2 we're going to?
F1 conference room.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm there. F1 conference voice chat for them.
Oh god.
Well, there is some problem called like We wonder if there were actually 2 laps in the Belgian Grand Prix. As
Who's it?
it's Axe himself.
This game,
So, new event out there?
I don't care
Boy.
with the virtual safety car, but I lost 7 tenths by
Are you talking about the virtual safety car?
by the virtual safety car. I lost.
I thought so. Hello, Gubil.
Hi everyone.
Man has done the
So-
2nd victory in a row, considering that the penalty is removed. Like, if.
Yes,
But it still counts as Axe's victory at the moment.
no.
At the moment, I said!
Gubil, your voice got cut off. You went no, and you just cut off halfway through.
I took a 2 5-second penalty for nothing.
You took one.
No, because one was done in the pits.
I know. I mean, obviously, you only took 1 5-second. I thought you said you took both of them. I was like, wait a minute.
I took a penalty for hitting Champ because he brake checked me.
Yeah,
That was insane. I never seen that before.
Let's just not start this, and you can just report it later, okay, please?
I was just behind him, and he broke like an idiot. Really, I don't know why he did this, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, obviously, you have a nice lead in the championship now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Aurélien had a very good race. Congrats to him because he was very quick today, and he would have deserved this win. It was very hard to catch him, and yeah, congrats to him.
Thanks.
And
Okay.
regarding the championship, yes, it's a good step. I think I have the best lap too. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yes, you
you
have the
did.
fastest
So
lap,
you-
can confirm.
So you got 26. Well, I hope you either have 19 or 26 points at the moment.
wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
so let's see how-
Well,
I'll
at
just
least
see
you're
how
leading the
Pure puts.
championship now.
Yeah.
Regardless
So-
if it will happen, you have still some sort of a gap.
Well, at least we've got a 1-2 from the French drivers today.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, he had a Cyprus flag on, so I'm like, oh. Yeah, it was interesting to see that for once.
19 points
So-
for McLaren, then we've got McLaren, Aston Martin, McLaren got 0. Ferrari got 12.
Yeah.
Mercedes 0. Red Bull 0. Williams has done 8. Alpine has gone for 25 at the moment. AlphaTauri has gone for 15. Then you've got Haas with no points, and Alfa Romeo has got 6 plus 10, which is 16. Bit of a result that is.
Yeah, so do you want to start, I'm guessing, because he's not going to join, I think.
Yeah, you can start the conference. Let's do a short one, like maybe up to 10 minutes, and that's it.
Okay. So we'll start with P2, AXA. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Guil at the moment.
No.
Just have to obviously go from the results. So
Yes, of course.
you had a hectic race since you were back at the grid after the safety car, and you just drove your life through the pack, basically.
That was
So-
very hard.
Yeah, so I'm guessing was it fun around this track?
Yeah, Champ didn't have his rear wing. He was damaged because I hit him so so hard. So yeah, he was very slow. That was very tough to stay on track with everyone trying to overtake everyone. So yeah,
Let's-
I took opportunities to overtake, and yeah, Champ took out. I don't know. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, they crashed each other. So it was P2 quickly, and I managed to catch Axe in the end. So
Yeah.
that was an interesting race. Yes.
Well, at least it was a good recovery drive from you. Obviously, after what happened, just to absolutely bolt through the field, basically.
Fortunately, we were 10 drivers, so I wasn't so far from the lead because it would have been difficult.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you feel very comfortable around Suzuka.
I didn't practice so much, but yeah, in time trial, I was very quick, and I wasn't very confident on the curbs. At the end, I had 2 warnings. I didn't want to take another warning. It's easy to make mistakes on this track, so it wasn't that
Yeah.
easy.
Well, it was a great race by you, and that's obviously I'll be able to look at your penalty if you appeal for it, and then obviously we'll move on to the race victor for the time being, AXA.
Yeah.
So, how did you feel about today's race, AXA?
With the quali, I did a little mistake, maybe cost me 1 or 2 tenths. So maybe I would have been in a better position. And after during the race, Passasan lost it, so I was second. And with the safety car, we box, but the two alpha in front were
Yeah,
a bit
it was Scotty and Champ. Yeah,
boring to overtake. They brake checked. Yeah, he braked as Gil, and so
This
he
is-
boxed. And at this moment, in my head,
I
that
can
was
do this. I can do this.
yeah. So, but um, um, Champ were really boring to overtake. He defend like
A madman.
a bit hard, and I think I lost 2 seconds at least 2 seconds. So that maybe cost me the win. And what else? Yeah, the virtual safety car.
Yeah, you said
The
that
virtual
literally
safety
killed you.
car. I was 1.7 seconds ahead, and just after the safety car, I did the perfect restart of the virtual safety car, and Gil was 1 second. So
He's like, surprise.
surprise. So I was a bit angry. I didn't say. I
Did you
didn't cry
scream?
too much, but
Did you
because
shout in French?
huh?
Did you shout
What?
out loud in French? I'm guessing.
I said c'est quoi ça?
Oh, fair deal.
Yeah, so I was a bit angry, but I'm sure that's cost me the win today, because I was I had the same pace as Gil, I think, and I did a little mistake in the just before the last lap in the chicane, and bad exit of the chicane, and Gil easy pass.
Rocket.
Yeah. So, actually, if you give me €5, that penalty might not be removed from Google.
It will be removed.
I'm joking, Google.
You want me to make a heart attack or what?
Well, you give us 100, and I will get rid of your penalty.
What?
Martini, are you still here? Are you dead?
I'm just not talking anything. Like thinking about what just happened.
Yeah, well, you can tell.
Well,
Let me 25 points, Wojciech. Let me.
you have already 25 points. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Google, your
Hey,
penalty's not getting
He,
removed.
he wants 25 more.
I don't care.
Right,
I
Google,
g-
you want minus 25 points? All right.
Okay.
Uh,
What?
apart-
No, no.
He said yes. He said yes. Do it.
No, 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 no.
It's a second you realise when I said that. Wait a minute. No, no, no. Oh, unless you've got anything else for TD, I think we can wrap this up for the stream. Unless you want to see the standards out loud again.
So apparently, is it everything? Because I want to tell something to the chat in F1.
Oh god. Still, we'll go. At least you watched Suzuka today for everyone. Obviously, I don't think there's many of us left now.
Remember, you still raced.
Yes. Hey, Tino, guess what? No punches.
Yep, and no punctures. Anyways, is it time to finish the stream now?
Probably.
Yep. So thank you for watching, and next week we will see you in Shanghai International Circuit. Starting on
Yay.
F5 Friday 6 p.m. UK.
Okay, bye.